Look at the size of that lobster. I say it every time we catch a big lobster that it's the biggest one we've ever caught. But that one actually is.
All right, good morning. Welcome back to another day. We're going through our 400 lobster traps as usual, and we will once again be hauling the 3 black hole lobster traps, which are the extra large lobster traps we built several videos back to try to catch a giant lobster. The black holes, to be honest, I was hoping we'd catch a bigger lobster by now. We've hauled them a few times, and we haven't seen anything giant yet. Granted, we only have 3 of them, and we have 397 standard size traps to haul, so the numbers aren't in their favor, but still, the optimistic part of the way I am, I don't know, I'm losing confidence in them. Maybe today's the day.
Oh, it's definitely the day.
How big's he gonna be?
I couldn't tell you.
He's just gonna be big.
I keep trying for that 18-pounder.
That's all you know, he's gonna be big?
Yeah, he's gonna be big.
Cody says today's the day.
Something tells me we're gonna see something big today.
So along with the 397 standard traps and the 3 black holes, we also have a bit of a challenge we're facing. The tide is gonna turn and run ebb here in about 3 hours, and where the tide pulls the buoys under. It messes our day up. Today, your guess is as good as mine. We're just rolling with the punches that Mother Nature gives us. We also have a $500 prize on the line.
Hey, all right.
In here in the wheelhouse, we gotta take a guess on how big of a lobster we're gonna get out of the black holes. Just the black holes.
We can guess without even seeing anything at all.
Nothing. We're gonna take a wild guess right now.
I'm not really a fan of Cody's. Won like the last 4 weeks.
Cody's going right on the money. I'm gonna let Cody go first. I'm gonna guess pretty close to Cody's number. What you got, Cody?
Biggest one out of the black holes today.
Yeah.
I want that prize.
Let me give you a little sneak peek of what the prize is. Big bag. And there's $400 cash inside of it.
All right, he's gonna be 8.3 pounds.
8.3 out of the black holes?
Yeah.
Lost my confidence in the black holes. I think they need to be reworked a little bit. We gotta dial them in. I'm going 3 pounds. We'll take the lower side.
4.4.
All right, I got the low side.
Boy's gonna be bummed
Hey.
out. We see this.
Loser has to take a bite.
No.
No, I don't want to play anymore.
That's the quickest no I've heard from Cody in a while.
All right, here comes the first 5 traps of the day. We gotta try to make pretty good time through these first ones. Try to get ahead of this tide that Mother Nature is sending our way. The traps are attached to the end of these ropes. We haul the traps up 5 at a time. Go through the 5 traps, take the lobsters out of them, take the old bait out, put new bait in, push them back over, rinse and repeat the process all day long. We got 400 to haul today. We'll share some cool catches and some education throughout the day. Let's get to work, Cody. We'll get them in the boat. Get them in the boat. What a beauty day. Whoa!
Benjamins.
We got one full of eggs right out of the gate. The first 5 of the day. And she's got an old V-notch. You can see she's shed most of it out. We gotta freshen it up. Send her on her way. Another one. She doesn't have enough. 2 out of the first 5. 3. Woo! Making babies down there. Making babies. I like it. 5 down, 395 to go. 90 traps in, there's another big mama. Full of eggs, tons of them. She's already got a V-notch. If you haven't seen the videos before and you're wondering what the V-notch is, it's just a way to signify that this lobster is capable of breeding. Not all the females can reproduce. So it's a way of keeping track of the ones that can. Every time we catch a lobster with eggs on it, we give it a little V-notch on the tail. That lets future fishermen know that she is capable of breeding, even if she's caught down the road but she doesn't have eggs. It's one of many things done here in Maine to keep the population sustainable. Now that she has a notch, she is illegal to keep, even if she was caught when she doesn't have eggs. This notch was put in by another fisherman. She has eggs, so it doesn't really have much meaning to us, but if we were to catch this lobster when she didn't have eggs, we still couldn't keep her. She's protected to breed for the rest of her life. Black hole 1.
Hold you go, so I can go and woo.
We're about 60 traps into the day, not much going so far. Nice Jonah crab. Cody's really got to poop.
Oh, I might have to take a bucket break this morning.
Uh-oh. You mind if I tell the whole world that?
No, I don't mind at all. I like to advertise.
The first black hole is coming right up. It's going to be at the 105 trap mark. We're going to pull out that 3-pounder. I've kind of shot myself in the foot. Now I'm hoping for not a big lobster today because I want that prize.
Oh, don't you worry. It's going to be an 8.3 pounder in one of them beauties. Hey, what if we're all right? What if there's actually one of each?
One of each? All right, then we can... Careful now, easy. Don't do that to me. there's one of each, we all split the prize?
I guess.
Prize might be kind of hard to split up 3 ways.
Split the money, I guess. But who gets the money?
Not a lot to talk about so far this morning. We're trying to hurry and make as much time as possible before that tide turns. The tide will run 6 hours flood into the northeast, and while it's running flood, it doesn't run too hard, but after that 6 hours, it turns around and runs ebb. And when it turns and runs ebb, it runs a lot harder than when it runs flood, and it's probably gonna pull our buoys underwater, and we might have our day cut short. The other day, it got us pretty bad. We had to actually quit. We couldn't finish the day. Hopefully that doesn't happen today because the tide is at 9:30. It is now 8 o'clock, so we got about an hour and a half left of good tide that we know we can work in, and then I don't know what's in store after that. So we're trying to hurry and get through as many as we can before that time. Black hole 1 is just around the corner.
Yeah, good news, Cody. Poop after this next buoy.
Cast?
Hey, God. Look at that beauty. Ocean cast.
Tristan, you want to see what we got here? 100 traps down, Black Hole 1 is coming up next. We got 400 bucks cash. I know you don't want that, but
No, I'll get rid of it.
Tristan, you probably won't even be excited about this one. You already won one of these. So I guess if you win, you can sell it to us. Nice Bombas bag. Ooh. Oh, all right. Didn't you already win a pair of these?
I did.
All right.
Are they comfy?
Yeah, I wear them around the house.
We're not letting Tristan win today. It's either going to be an 8-pounder or a 3-pounder. Nothing in between.
All right.
Black Hole 1 is coming right up, but real quick, Bombas is the sponsor of today's video. You can go poop now.
Okay, thank you.
Bombas is a longtime sponsor of the channel, and they are an awesome company. For every purchase that you make on their website, they also make a donation to match it to those in need, to homeless shelters. And since they've started that program, they've donated over 150 million essential items, so it's an awesome company. They have fantastic clothing, all the essentials, socks, underwear, t-shirts, even some slippers. Headed into summer, you can get some summertime products. We've been using a lot of the wool socks through the winter to stay warm, but they have tons of summer options as well. You guys got to get underwear anyway, so you might as well buy it from Bombas. You can also get 20% off if you use code Jacob20, or you can use this QR code. The link will be in the description.
Also, you don't have to wear underwear. It's just recommended.
You don't, okay. You don't always buy underwear?
Going commando.
I would recommend getting underwear, and I would recommend getting them from Bombas. Head on over, show them some support. Black Hole 1 coming up. Black Hole 1 is on its way up right now, and we're actually going to move it. We're moving all 50 of these traps out of the deeper water, up a little bit shallower. As the water starts to warm up, that's where the lobsters head. And I am pretty excited to leave this deep water. This deep water is hard. Oh, and it sucks. The days are a lot longer, a lot more rope to haul, a lot more weight to lift. I'm excited to be cutting some rope off. This is a good real world example of running out of room on the boat. The back of the boat is full of stuff. So one of the reasons that I'm excited about the new boat. We don't run out of room very often, but when we do, it would be nice to have a little extra room back there. Right now we got a lot of bait. We got to put traps on with the bait. We also are trying to get the grapples rigged up to try to get back those missing traps. We're going to see if Mother Nature will cooperate today. Hopefully we can get them back. Oh, I think we got an oversize. It's not in a black hole, but it's a good sign that we're in the right spot. Oh, he's a keeper. Woo, right in the hair. That one's like 4 15/16. Any bigger than that, and we'd have to let him go. He's just barely legal. That's the biggest lobster we're allowed to keep. Pretty good paying lobster for us. His granddaddy's gonna be in Black Hole 1. I hope. Oh, here it is. Black Hole 1. There's some lobsters in there, but I don't see any big ones. There's a keeper. Maybe 2 keepers, probably not. Let's check out again. Black hole number 1. These black holes keep letting us down. We're catching bigger lobsters in the normal lobster traps. If you missed the build series, these traps are built the maximum legal size we're allowed to build. They're 22,950 cubic inches, and we adjusted the size of the entry heads. The hoops are the bottleneck at what size lobsters can fit in the traps. So our standard traps are built with smaller hoops because we can't keep those larger lobsters, the oversized, over 5 inches. We have to let them go. So our traps aren't optimized to catch them. So we built these traps just to try to catch something big, see how big of a lobster's on the ocean floor. We did catch one oversized since we set them. And I guess ultimately the odds are not in their favor. We're hauling 397 standard traps and only 3 of our black hole traps, so they are outnumbered. We're actually going to haul black hole 2 up while we're right here. But we got 2 more chances today. Maybe they'll come through. Cody seems to be optimistic. What did he guess? 8.3? I guessed 3. So far I'm winning. I don't know, I'm losing confidence in these things. All right, black hole 2. What do we got? Oh, I see a decent one in there. I don't think it's oversized. Definitely not. She's full of eggs and she's got a notch.
Your 3-pounder would never be an oversized.
That's actually probably close to a 3-pounder right there.
Pretty close.
I'm almost right on the money with that one. I'm gonna freshen her notch up. She might get me sweet victory today. Pretty bum. I think she deserves a snack for getting me those Bomba slippers. Oh yeah. There she goes. There you go, darling. Oh, all right, we're gonna finish moving these 50 traps. We have got about 250 traps left to haul today. Black hole 3 will be coming at some point later in the day, assuming Mother Nature doesn't run it under again. So my dad just called on the radio. He's hauling right next to us and he caught something pretty cool and he's coming over to show it to us so we can see it. And I've never seen one before outside of an aquarium. I've always wanted to catch one and I've yet to get one, but I'm excited to see one. That is cool, isn't it? He's just a little fella. Look at him, he's stuck to the bucket.
How did that even stay in the trap?
I don't know how he managed to catch that. Stuck to the bottom of the bucket. Whoa, they're slimy. Have you ever caught one?
No. I've never seen a live one.
I've only seen him in an aquarium. It's a little baby octopus.
That is cool.
That is really cool. Look at him climbing around in my hand. Wow, that is so cool. Probably a lot of people don't even realize we have octopus. I wonder how big they get, do you know?
I really don't know.
I've only ever heard of them like this size getting caught. I would think that they get big here, right?
They should be able to. They're about one of the smartest creatures, too.
All right, we're gonna bring him home and eat him. No, I could never. I could never do that to the poor little guy. Look, I do kind of, look at him climbing around on my hand. He is so cool.
Yeah.
See his eyes? Big eyes. Look at him hanging off of me. I can't let him go.
He likes you.
He likes me. Ow, he's biting me.
Oh, yeah. I was waiting for that.
He didn't hurt me, he scared me.
Yeah, their beaks are...
Yeah, you just bit me.
Yeah, they got beaks. I like a squid.
All right.
That's so cool.
We didn't even have long enough to name him, but we're gonna let him go. He can actually swim. He is so cool. Big eyes, don't bite me again. Here he goes. Cody, go forward. Oh, actually, never mind. He's swimming. Don't go that way. He went under the boat.
Well, still, that was your first octopus.
That was pretty cool. All right, back to work. These next 5 traps are actually the 5 traps that are on top of the ones that we missed a few videos back. Hopefully they're wound up together today and we can get them back while we're loading them on the boat, especially since we're leaving the area. It would be fantastic to get them so I don't have to come back later and grapple for them. Man, that would be a nice day. A pair of Bomba slippers, 5 traps back.
It would be nice, but I definitely wouldn't mind to pause that.
5 back would be awesome, so we don't have to grapple for them. My mind always tells me this feels heavy. I don't know at all, but I'm always wrong. There it is, right there. Grab it, grab that rope. Right here. Very close. Hey. Yes!
Put it down so I can step on it.
That's where the weak link broke, right there. That was so close. I grabbed it right by the blue. Oh, we got him! Cha-ching! That just made my day right there. Woo! If you missed it, we lost these 5 traps a couple weeks ago. And we've been trying to get a day to grapple for them. We have big steel grapples and we have a pretty high success rate at grappling traps back if we lose them. But Mother Nature has not been cooperating with us and we haven't even got a chance to try grappling. So instead, we've been setting 5 traps on top of where I lost them. And each time we haul them, we've been hoping they've been tangled up with each other. And we've been missing and we haven't got a chance to grapple. We finally just wound it up and almost lost it. I mean, that rope, I grabbed it by that much. The 5 traps themselves are valuable. It's like $1,000 worth of gear, but the big value is the tags that are inside of them. These trap tags we get once a year, and we're allowed 800 each year. And if we lose them, we can't get replacements now. Whatever those 5 traps would have caught for the whole entire year. So it sucks to lose them. So 2 reasons it's nice to get them back. 1, we don't want to leave a trace behind, but 2, the financial incentive to get them back. Between the value of the traps, the value of the tags, and the lost catch for the rest of the year. I'm super happy to have them back. And again, in the rare event we can't get them back with grapples or by setting traps on top of them, they are designed for safety reasons. They have escape vents in them, and the escape vents are held in with biodegradable hog rings. If a trap's left on bottom for too long, those hog rings break away. The vent will open up and it will release everything from inside, and it just becomes habitat at that point. This is actually what caused us to lose these traps. Our traps now by regulation have to be attached to the buoy with its plastic weak link. They are a poor design. They suck. I've found that I am now hauling my traps extremely slow for the first half because I am terrified these are going to break. We have to have these in the end line to reduce entanglement risk, even though we pose very little entanglement risk. These things are designed that if something gets entangled in the rope, they can just swim and break it off, so they're not stuck to the traps. The problem is, if a sea creature can break it off, this hauler can break it off even easier. So now we're gonna tie it back together with the plastic washer and hope we don't break it again. Welcome back to the surface. Holy, you've been catching some crabs while we were gone.
How long you pay that for, bucket?
Cuss been in there for a month. Ah! Man, what a day to fish them back too. While we're loading them on.
Indeed, I'd say so. Very good.
That's perfect. There, they're all back in the boat. Today is looking up. Couldn't ask for a better time to get them back while we're moving the rest of the traps with them. Now, as long as we don't catch a lobster over 3 pounds out of Black Hole 3, today will be chalked up as a success. I get a pair of Bombas slippers, 400 bucks cash. Got my probably $5,000 value in those 5 traps. If you figure it in for the year, pretty good day all in all. Watch today be the day that Black Hole. Watch today be the day Black Hole 3 catches a giant 14-pounder or something.
I know, it's going to be 8.3.
It can't be bigger than, I'm at 3, Tristan's at 4.4. So it can't be bigger than like somewhere around 3.7.
Sorry, but you're going to be bumped out.
I've been hoping for the Black Holes to catch something big all year, and now I bet low, so now I'm hoping for him to catch a small one. I wouldn't be bummed out though. If we caught a 12-pounder out of Black Hole 3, I would not be bummed out. Just to see some success with Black Hole. Brooks Trap Mill actually ended up donating the Black Holes, so now I feel like obligated to catch something cool with them. I feel like I'm failing.
That's nice to hold up.
Yeah, 150 traps left in the day. We're gonna move these 50 traps around. We're gonna get back to work. Get him in the boat. Jeez, look at him.
Wow. That's a beauty.
That is a beauty. Wow. That's a nice one. 6 inches. About an 8-pounder, probably 50, 60-year-old lobster. He's in good shape, isn't he? That's your winner, but he's in the wrong trap. We are making our way towards Black Hole 3. We got proof that we are in the right area. Nice one. About an 8-pounder. Maybe 60 years old. These lobsters can live upwards of 100 years old, which is pretty crazy to think about. That's what we're trying to catch with the Black Holes. One above 100 years old. This one is in really good shape. A lot of times once they get old and large like this, they start to get some shell disease, but this one is beauty. It's about 6 inches. Anything over 5 inches we have to let go. They're protected. They're the best at breeding. They produce the most eggs when they breed. There goes the old man. Whee!
Till next time.
We are about 50 traps away from Black Hole number 3. We got babies making babies. Little tiny lobster, about 3/4 of a pound. Something that's becoming more and more frequent. Never used to see them, but I don't know what's going on. A lot of small eggers now. The tide is unfortunately starting to run pretty hard. We should be able to get Black Hole number 3. We'll be there in 50 buoys. Hey, Big Mama. She's got my punch.
Got your punch.
Signature. Hey, this is the same lobster. Haven't we caught the same one like 3 times?
Remember the last time we,
I think I said this the other day. I think this is the 3rd time we've caught this lobster.
She likes that trap. She just keeps going right back
She's
in.
like, yeah, I eat your bait, I climb up, ride to the surface, get thrown overboard, rinse and repeat. I ain't giving you a snack, you're eating all our bait anyway. Today is a day of the oversize. This one is a beauty. We're catching oversize in all the traps except for the Black Holes. This is another one similar to the last one. Maybe a little bigger, probably 60, 70 years old, and also in very good shape. Look at his teeth. He's got huge molars. What a giant. There you go, old man. 10 traps to Black Hole 3. We're gonna find out who wins the Bombas prize. Woo!
I already told you.
Well, we we just came to the spot where Black Hole 3 should be, and unfortunately it is not here. I'm thinking with the hard running tides that we've been having, the buoys have been getting pulled under a lot, and we have plastic buoys on, and when they get pulled under deep down into the water, they'll actually collapse. So in this area we have 3 buoys marking all the traps. Right now the tide is pulling 2 of them underwater. What I'm thinking is that 2 of the 3 buoys collapsed on it. It is run under with the tide. So we're gonna have to come back. Unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to get to Black Hole number 3 today. Or should I say fortunately? Fortunately for me, that means that I am the winner of the Mamba socks. Is that what that means?
That's convenient. Yeah, I guess.
Don't tell them, but I see Black Hole 3 here. I'm just not hauling it. So it is unfortunately missing. We're gonna have to come back. We'll plan the schedule next time to get back to this area when the tide is slack. And while the tide is slack, even if it only has 1 buoy left on it that is not collapsed, then we'll be able to get it back by the 1 buoy. That kind of sucks. I was looking forward to giving the Black Hole 3 one more try for our Bombas competition. But I guess if I gotta declare victory early, then it is what it is.
Yeah. Winner by malfunction.
We still have 100 traps left to haul, assuming the tide does not continue to pick up and pull everything underwater. Hopefully we can get these last 100 and get out of here. I guess we don't need black holes to catch oversized. I should have been keeping track. There's supposed to be like oversized number 10 for the day. Giant. Another one right around 60, 70 years old. Man, I wish that we had gotten the Black Hole 3 today. It's just how it goes. Get 5 back and lose another 5. I still have my fingers crossed that we did not lose the Black Hole. I think it's just underfloated for the tide that we have. Our 8.3 pounder will still be right there.
Hope so.
I guess we could always wait to settle the challenge for the next holiday. Nah, never mind. I think I'll just take the victory. What was I thinking? Silly me. That was a silly comment. I don't know why I said that. I want to be a slipper skipper. Oh my God. Look at the size. Holy crap. Oh, how did he even get in there?
How did he get in?
Oh my word. That thing's enormous. I don't know how he got in that trap. That thing is massive. Look at it. That is unreal. Look at the size of that lobster.
That's our biggest challenge.
That's the biggest one. I say it every time we catch a big lobster that it's the biggest one we've ever caught. But that one actually is. That thing is gigantic. How heavy do you think that thing is? It's over 10.
It's gotta be.
If that's not over 10, I don't know if I've ever caught one over 10. I'm fairly certain that's the biggest lobster I've ever caught.
I'm putting him closer to 12. Look at his tail.
It is crazy.
Holy.
He's not in bad shape other than a little bit of shell rot. Look at the size of it. I can't even put my hand around his back.
You literally couldn't pick him up like that, like you do normal lobsters.
Look at the size of that thing. I hope the camera does justice. Sometimes these big lobsters, I get home and look at the video in the photo and I'm like, doesn't even look as big, but really think it's gotta be the biggest one we've caught. I know I've said that a lot. I've probably killed that phrase, but this one really is. And lucky today we actually have a scale. Look at the size of it. He's a giant. Absolute hammer.
Jacob, his claw actually might be bigger than your head.
Yeah, no, he's huge. And his body is the biggest part. Like his claw, we've probably caught lobsters with claws that big, but I don't think with bodies that big. Overall, he's in decent shape for how old he is. His claws kind of rotted a little bit. He's losing his thumb. He's lost his teeth, but his back, I mean, he's got a little bit of shell disease, but not bad. If he can make it another shed, can you imagine how big he'll be when he sheds again? The world record is like 4 times this size, which is insane. We gotta get away. I don't know if he'll fit in a bucket. All right, she's zeroed out right there. Cody, you wanna help me?
Any guesses first?
Close to 12.
Yeah, I was thinking around 12 as well. It's bouncing back and forth between 11 and a half and 12 and a half.
I think 12 is pretty good.
I'd say he's about 12.
It's gotta be, because I guessed it.
That's right. You
I mean, I'm never wrong, right?
Continue your winning streak. Look at him inside a 5-gallon bucket. Going by the rule of roughly 7-8 years old to a pound, which is the only estimate there is for aging a lobster, that would put this guy knocking on 100 years old. Right handy to 100.
Imagine the things he's seen.
Yeah, it'd be so cool if he could talk. I mean, he was born right after World War I. He's seen all of World War II. He's probably been caught by my father. I would almost guarantee my father's caught this lobster at one point in his life. My grandfather probably as well, and even maybe my great-grandfather, who knows? Absolutely crazy. what kind of scenarios you can run with 100 years old. He's been caught in wooden traps before.
It's
wooden
literally
traps, an old wooden boat, time capsule.
He has more life experience than me, you, and Cody combined.
Combined, yeah. You add us all up, and he's older than us. Just to make sure you can get kind of a sense of scale for how big he is, this is a small keeper. This is a dinner plate. For those of you at home, maybe you can reference a dinner plate at least, or a small keeper. And here he is. He takes up the entire dinner plate. Also, I just so happen to have a $100 bill, if anybody was wondering. I actually have 4 of them. That's what he looks like next to a $100 bill. We'll get a quick length measurement on him. 32 inches, and he's not even stretched out. He's probably stretched out, he's about 3 feet long. That is crazy. Sometimes length isn't the most important measurement, so we're gonna check his girth also. 16 inches.
Oh my. Wow. Jeez, Jake, we might want to give him a snack, or he might beat the shit out of all of us.
I don't think he'll take one. He's just like gentle giant. He survived everything he has to survive, and now he's just vibing. He's just like chilling. I wonder how many times he's been to the surface.
He's looking at aliens right now, and he doesn't even care.
Yeah, he's like, this is just another day. Like this might be his last time to the surface, actually, which is kind of sad. I don't think he's gonna. I don't know how he fit in the trap anyway. The chances of him fitting in another one, especially after he sheds, probably his last trip to the surface.
I do wonder if he's been caught recently. Because I'm shocked.
I bet he hasn't been caught since he was this size. I don't know how he got in there.
That's what I mean. I think that's just one of those freak things.
All right, we are gonna say farewell to the old man, 100-year-old giant. We gotta get back to work. We've completely shut it right down. We still got 50 traps left to haul. We've spent the last few minutes just mesmerized by this lobster. We're gonna send him home. Probably his final trip to the surface. He's going down to live out his final years on the ocean floor. Here he goes. See you later, old man. It was an honor. I don't know how we can top that. We gotta get back to work.